Hello, I'm Nathan. I'm study IT and I've been prolonging my learning experience for way too long. A few years now that I've been learning. I'm doing the mock test with RDT121. Yesterday I did and I passed, and hopefully today I can pass again.
Great, all the best.
Welcome to RDT 1-to-1, Real Driving Tutorials, 1-to-1.
Today's tutorial is about a mock test that was held at one of Sydney's testing centres. We will show you in this tutorial how the examiner gives instruction during the test. We will also highlight all of the learners' good and bad performances during the test. As a result, you will have a very clear imagination of what the test looks like. We will publish the result at the end of the test and explain if any mistakes were made. So, let's get this started, buckle up, and get ready. If you find our tutorial helpful, please subscribe, like, and share it. With just a few clicks, you can save our channel and help us to grow.
Okay. Right. So we have done the mock test before, so same thing basically. So today we're going for a short ride that is around 40 minutes. So if I don't tell you anything, you have to keep going straight. If you need to go left or right, I'll give you all the notice.
Okay.
During the test, usually they ask you for 1 kapsa parking. In addition, 1 reverse park or 3 point. So we'll be doing maybe 1 3-point turn today.
Okay.
I think last test we have done 3 reverse park or 3.
Yeah, reverse park.
So we'll do 3-point turn today. Okay. Any question before we go?
No.
All good to go?
Okay.
Alright. So when you're ready, start. Pull up from here.
Nathan is an excellent driver who has completed the required 120 hours of logbook time over several years. His driving abilities are a manifestation of his prior driving experiences. He is a charming and peaceful man.
Okay, so right
He took one mock test with us at RDT 1-to-1 and did quite well. Today is his second mock test. Driving instructor Sharif is conducting his mock test. Sharif is a licensed IMS instructor with approximately 13 years of full-time driving instruction experience. During that period, he has accumulated over 20,000 hours of on-road 1-to-1 teaching experience. He has instructed over 3,500 individuals from many different nationalities and age groups. His teaching style is excellent, easy to follow, and understandable. His mock test assessment result is just about as accurate as the driving exam at Service NSW centres. He is a very dedicated and passionate instructor. Let's follow Nathan today to see how he drives and how Sharif marks him.
Keep falling to the left. Don't worry about this bill, this is just for the speed limit. It's 10 km per hour, which is ridiculous for this area.
Excellent. He has overtaken this stationary vehicle on the left and did the required indicator and the head check to the right to move away and to the left before coming back.
So keep going down the hill. keep towards the left side and continue straight.
Beautiful. He has checked to his left to ensure no one is merging ahead of him from the left side. Even though he is not required to give way to his left, checking to make sure no one is coming is an excellent practice.
So at the end of the street, traffic light, you'll be turning left.
Nice. He put the indicator on in a timely and proper manner and performed his mandatory head check to the left.
You're not wearing the mask, you can just take this off.
Okay. I just wear just in case. In case anything happens.
Yeah, yeah, sure. It's better if you keep the mask on the side pocket.
Then, yeah?
Yeah. Because when you drive, you shouldn't keep anything loose item around us. Everything has to be fixed.
It's distracting.
And yeah, it's distracting and also can cause hazard, potential hazard.
Okay.
You know, sometimes people they drink and then leave the bottle somewhere around. What about this bottle got stuck under the brake?
Then
Yeah, in case of emergency, you won't be able to brake.
yeah, that's very bad.
Yeah, and it happened before.
Oh really?
Not in my car, but in different
in
car.
another car.
Yeah, I have heard this story.
Beautiful. Being the first car at the traffic light, he has done his required head check on both sides.
Caution. Approaching red light camera and speed camera.
Excellent. Nathan is a cautious driver who uses his time stuck in traffic to assess the situation. It's a wise choice to help you stay safe and plan your next move.
So at the next set of traffic light, we'll be turning left.
He has changed his lane to the left in preparation for turning left at the next traffic lights, turned on his indicator on time, and performed his required head check. Excellent. He's checked his right for approaching traffic from that direction before turning left here at a turn left at any time with care sign. And he double-checked his rearview mirror after the turn to make sure it was safe and that no one behind him had to slow down due to the turn. Beautiful. Nathan is a defensive driver. He was aware of the side traffic entering from the left. He observed the movement and prepared himself for any response that might be required. Beautiful. He continued past the yellow traffic lights, unable to stop abruptly at that pace. It is quite legal and safe to continue in this particular situation.
Caution. Approaching school zone.
So next traffic light will be turning left.
Excellent. He is using his waiting time to observe all around. Very good practice. He made a slight wide left turn, but it was fine because he didn't cross over the center line. In this scenario, the pedestrian has crossed halfway out from his side so he can complete his turn.
Caution. Approaching high accident area.
Beautiful. He has checked his right before going through the roundabout and continued without hesitation, as no one was approaching from his right. The truck is continuing straight as no indicator is shown, and the vehicles approaching from the left are supposed to give way to him. So, he is completely okay to go through. Fantastic move through this roundabout without any hesitation as well. Beautiful. In response to the blue car approaching from the left, he moved a little close to the center line on the right. An excellent approach to the roundabout. He observed his right and continued as no traffic.
Just too dangerous.
Whoa! He kept very cool in response to this road raging. It neither intimidated nor irritated him. The situation was handled quite well. You may expect this type of situation to occur while driving. Respond to it as he did just right now.
Okay, we'll be turning next left at the yellow sign.
Next left.
Yep, at the yellow sign.
A wonderful left turn that maintains near to the center of the road and avoids the parked car. Even if there are no road markings on the road, imagine a center line running in the middle and always stay to the left of it unless the situation needs you to move away.
Let's do a reverse parking today as well, okay? So you see the black Toyota on the left?
Yeah.
Just stop next to it and park behind this black Toyota. And ignore the driveway, okay? Let me know when you finished your parking.
Excellent. Immediately before reversing, he completed his required 2 head checks to the right and to the rear, and he continued to check to the rear as he reversed to adjust his parking as required. He has done amazing parking in one shot. If the examiner tells you to ignore the driveway, simply stop in front of it and don't reverse for more than 7 meters, otherwise, you'll fail the test. Note, if you are having trouble judging the 7-meter space, don't reverse more than a car distance from the vehicle you're reversing from.
Finish. Okay, cool. Do you mind to close the window because it will be too much noisy with the sound. I just turned the air conditioner on for you, okay? Alright. So when you're ready, just pull up from here and continue straight.
Excellent. He checked all around before reversing. And he also checked his right blind spot just before pulling out after changing the gear. Remember, you should prepare your car first, including putting the indicator on and changing the gear before doing the head check to pull out. If you do the head check first and then change the gear, you better recheck the blind spot, as the head check is valid only for a second. Moreover, a head check should be the last thing that you must do before pulling out.
You have just missed the indicator here.
Oh, my bad.
Even when you are reversing,
Yeah.
you had to indicate to the
Back.
right before
Okay.
reversing. And same indicator could continue to pull out.
Okay.
At the end of the street, turn right.
fantastic right turn and great effort to check both sides of the road for any approaching traffic from the side streets.
And then left here.
Good job. Nathan has maintained a good road position on this narrow road by shifting his position to the middle of the road and moving back to the left when there is no parked car on the left.
So next right turn coming up. Just right here.
Excellent right turn. He kept on the left of the center before turning and entered on the left side of the new street to avoid going to the wrong side of the road, even if it is a narrow road.
At the end of the street, turn right.
Perfect. In the face of busy traffic, he remained calm and patient in order to find a gap to turn right. He moved halfway ahead and turned to avoid going over the centerline marked on the road. Unnecessarily crossing these solid lines on the road may result in a test failure. Fantastic. He maintained a good road position on this curved road and did not touch any line on either sides.
Next traffic light, turn left.
Caution. Approaching school zone.
So left at this traffic light.
He has completed the mandatory head check on his left before entering the left lane, and he has entered the lane after the marked solid line has ended. It's important to note that crossing this solid line unnecessarily will result in a test failure. Perfect. As he approached, he observed a change in the traffic lights and responded instantaneously. He also made sure to check both sides before proceeding through the lights, as being the first car.
So next roundabout you'll be turning left. then first right turn. Yeah, just here behind the bus.
Awesome. He maintained a good road position all through this right turn. He kept just left of the center before turning and entered the left side of the road and moved to the middle of the road as the road is narrow here. Perfect. He maintained a safe speed on this road. As the road is very narrow, he drove much slower than 50 kilometers per hour. If in case any parked car opens the door, or pulls out, or any pedestrian jumps out to the road.
And then next right turn.
Excellent right turn and good road positioning.
Straight to the end, at the end of the street, turn left.
On the left, there is a van with the driver inside. It may move out at any moment. In preparation for his left turn ahead, Nathan had moved to the left in front of this van. He needed a head check before moving to the left. But he missed it. If you look carefully, you could see how slowly and far ahead of the vehicle he moved to the left. Because he didn't drive to the left soon after passing the van, the examiner may overlook this required head check. Another fantastic example of the left turn. Before going to the left, he waited until the traffic on the right side had cleared. Till the last moment, he remained calm and composed. After completing the turn, he checked his rearview mirror to make sure no one was approaching him from behind. You may fail for failing item number F2, which is failing to give way when necessary. If the examiner discovers that someone had to slow down because of your turn, always pick enough distance before entering into a traffic stream to avoid failing item number F2.
Next roundabout, turn right please. It was a bit early indicator.
This one?
Sharif is correct. It has been an early indicator, as there is a driveway to the petrol pump, and the car behind him may think he is entering there.
Approaching school zone.
And then next right turn.
Next right?
Yep.
Excellent right turn with appropriate road positioning the entire turn while staying close to the center.
Continue straight through the roundabout.
Before entering the roundabout, he stopped at the give-way line and gave way to his right before proceeding. The traffic approaching from the left didn't confuse him.
Go next right. Yep. And then right again. This one here. Okay, so when you feel safe, just stop next to the tree on the left here and do a 3-point turn from here. So you know that at the test they will ask you either 3-point or reverse park, but just for practice we are doing both today. Good, it was good 3-point turn, but I recommend that you do the check after turning the steering, or if you have done the checking before and then turning the steering, then do it again right at the end, please. I don't mark you down for those things, just recommending.
Okay.
Because you know the head checks are valid for a second only, yeah? So it takes time when you turn the steering. In that short period of time something might happen, so it's always better to check at the last, or if you have done before, check again after turning the steering.
What Sharif said is correct. Even though Nathan had done all his required 6 head checks at the 3-point turn properly, but it's recommended to prepare the car fully first, including turning the steering as needed and then do the check just before releasing the brake.
Next left turn.
Excellent left turn with appropriate road positioning.
And then next left turn after the black car on the left.
Excellent left turn with appropriate road positioning.
Okay, I want you to do a curbside parking somewhere down where the red car is now. So anywhere down here is fine.
Anywhere down here?
Yeah. And park as you're going to leave the car. Okay. And let me know when you finished your parking. Okay. Shut down the engine. Okay. Let me have a look.
The car's final position isn't ideal because the tire hasn't touched the gutter. It isn't a fail, though, because the tires must be within 500 millimeters of the curb. In this case, even the tires are out of the gutter, but still within 500 millimeters of the curb. So he might only lose 1 point for the position, but it's not a fail.
Okay, so when you're ready, you can start the engine, pull out and continue straight.
An excellent head check to the right before pulling out.
At the end of the street, turn right.
Excellent, even though he was driving through the middle of the road, as there was car parked on the left. Eventually he moved back to the left of the center of the road in preparation for the right turn. Note that you will fail if you turn from the middle of the road and don't move back left of the center. Perfect. He remained calm in this heavy traffic in order to find a gap to turn right. He proceeded halfway forward and turned to avoid going over the road center. You may notice the lights are flashing on the board here, enforcing the school zone speed limit of 40 km per hour. It is also written on the road surface within the yellow color. You may also notice a series of white triangles on the road, which are known as dragon's teeth, and are intended to warn and enforce the school zone speed restriction. You may notice this 40 sign here, where it says High Pedestrian Activity 40 Areas. This sign is different than the School Zone 40 areas, whereas School Zone 40 is applicable only within a certain time shown on the sign, 8 to 9.30 in the morning and 2.30 to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. You may observe this 40 painted in white on the road surface, which indicates the beginning of the speed limit 40 immediately from the sign. Excellent. There was a pedestrian crossing in the middle of the road without using any proper crossing. Nathan has observed her but didn't stop in the middle of the road to cause unnecessary obstruction to the traffic behind him. As you see, the pedestrian usually crosses halfway and waits there until this half gets cleared and then cross this half. You don't have any obligation to give way to them unless they are using a proper pedestrian crossing, or when you are turning into a new street and someone crossing at that corner. However, identify this as a hazard and respond to it by taking your foot off from the accelerator, and be prepared to brake in case you need to. This sign may seem confusing to you, as it says End School Zone 40, but it's painted 40 on the road surface. In fact, the School Zone 40 has now finished here, but the all-time 40 for high pedestrian activity is continuing here.
Continue straight at this road. At the end, there will be traffic light. Right, turn right. So the traffic light, turn right.
Excellent head checks on both sides, being the first car at traffic lights. That high pedestrian activity 40 sign finally finishes here, and 50 zone starts right from the sign 50 painted on the road surface.
So next traffic light coming ahead, you'll be turning left from there.
Excellent lane changing to the left here in preparation for the upcoming left turn. He has initiated his move left after the raised island and also done an head check before changing, even though this check is not necessary, but is a good practice. It shows how safe and natural driver Nathan is. Beautiful performance. As Nathan is waiting at this traffic light, he continuously observes the traffic movements instead of just staring at something. Smart behavior. It would be best if you also use this time to plan your next move, and then at the time of your turn, it will be easier to complete it. Excellent check for side traffic before going through the traffic lights. Nathan has chosen to stay in the middle lane, which is fine. As just one lane was turning left from there, you have the option of taking any of these 3 lanes. You can directly take the left lane at your test, as you will eventually turn left into a side street to go back to the test center.
next set of traffic light, you'll be turning left.
Excellent lane change with an appropriate head check and complete control of the vehicle without drifting before finishing the head check. This is a left turn with a turn left at any time with care sign. You can turn left here even the lights are red, as long as no pedestrians are crossing.
Now we are going back to the center, so when you feel safe, move on the left lane and keep on the left side to go up the ramp.
Excellent lane change and beautiful head check, and he smartly changed his lane before crossing over the solid line. Note that it is prohibited to change lanes over the solid line. Beautiful. Even though it is within the parking area, you need to follow the give way rules. Nathan is turning left here, and has checked for the traffic on the right-hand side to make sure it's clear.
It was a bit too wide left turn here.
Wonderful. Nathan has checked his right here before approaching straight ahead. Even though it is his priority, he has done this check to be safe and make sure no one runs to him dangerously, as the vision is not clear on the right.
Then going right, go up the ramp.
Most of the time, learners are scared to hit the island on the right here while going up the ramp. Just follow these awesome tips given by Sharif to Nathan. Keep close and straight to the island on the left here, as Nathan has just done now. Only start turning the steering wheel when this island curves to the right, keeping the car close to it until the car is straight on the ramp.
Right again.
Nathan is just incredible. He has checked on both sides before turning right at this T intersection here in case he has to give way to any traffic which has priority over him.
And then right again.
Beautiful. He didn't require a head check here to turn right, but as there was a slight gap on his right, he did this check out of his safety concern, which shows how natural driver he is.
And then you can park anywhere on the right, on the white stripes. Done?
Yeah.
Good.
Awesome has driven quite well, and he has just finished his mock test with Sharif. Let's see what Sharif remarks about his driving.
What do you think? How was it?
I think there was a spot where I could have waited longer for the passenger, for the person on the road to pass.
Where about was it?
It was where it was like a left arrow,
Mm-hmm.
and I went up without letting him pass first.
Okay. Alright, I understand.
I should have like showed that I was waiting more. Like, I saw him, but I still went forward and then turned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I pick up any mistake in there, then I will be kind of like it was a bit wide left turn.
Okay.
Other than that, it was all fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Because he haven't crossed over the line.
Okay.
The man could still walk safely within within his line. So you have turned after him. That's fine. But it was a bit wide turn.
Okay. So it's just a wide turn, not
Wide turn.
the
Yeah,
wrong
it's not. No. It's not a major fail attempt. Nothing like that. Other than that, anything else you think that you need to do better?
Yeah, the indicating with the reversing and pulling out.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was something I shouldn't have missed. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it was a very good driving actually, and it looks like a very clear pass today as well, like last test.
Okay.
So only couple of indicator error. There's the one you have just mentioned about the reverse park. So reverse park you should have indicate right to reverse, and then also same indicator to pull out.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is one there, and one of the roundabout you have been turning left. I asked you to turn left, and you have indicated a bit earlier, so it's more than 5 seconds.
Okay.
And there was some driver or something which is a little bit confusing.
Oh.
Next roundabout, turn right please. It was a bit early indicator.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
He went in and merged in really fast, that guy.
Oh, not that one.
Okay.
No. That one is his part of bad driving. Nothing to do with you.
Okay.
Nothing to do with you. What you could do, you could just look at the rear mirror after hearing the raging noise. Yeah. Then you could just slow down, let him pass safely.
Okay.
But it was not that dangerous, so it was all good.
Okay.
All good.
Yeah.
But to be safe, you could just
Check the
look
mirror.
at the mirror and then slow down a little bit more. But nothing to pick up from there because the situation was okay. But one of the indicator he gave bit early, so only this two error, and most of the time you are holding the steering good, which is at the center. All you hardly holding the steering like this.
I hold more like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're basically holding on the center, but in one or two occasions you've been also holding a little bit below.
Okay, and avoid this. Stick to.
Yeah, that's the perfect position if
Okay.
you hold like this.
Okay.
Okay, so if they mark down, they might just mark down for the holding of the holding position for the steering. I just marked down only one.
Okay.
Once. Okay, so your score is still very good. It's over 95%, and no failure item. It's a very nice clear pass. Very good driving.
That's good. Good to hear.
Yes,
It's good to hear again.
Congratulations for the pass today, and I hope you can pass tomorrow as well.
Hopefully. It would be a
should
bit of
be
a
easy.
shock if I pass twice in a mock test and not once in a.
It shouldn't happen. It should happen because your driving is very good and everything is mostly natural.
Yeah.
Like you doing everything very naturally, so it should be all good.
I did find it a bit of a challenge. The only part I found was challenging for me is we went down this narrow road
Mm-hmm.
and there was a van
Mm-hmm.
that also indicated to my side of the road
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
when you told me to do a curbside.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you think doing a head check there would be a better idea, even though it's parked cars on the left?
Was it for the curbside parking or for the 3-point turn?
For the curbside. So it was like parked cars on the left, parked on the right.
Yeah.
The van pulled onto my side
Yes.
to pretty much say I can go through.
Yeah, that like the way you have responded was perfect. Like you slowed down, let the van pass through, and then you continue.
Yeah.
That's how you should do.
Okay.
At that point, I was also scared. Like the van was coming straight to you.
I wasn't sure like what he was doing, but
He was out of his mind, I think. He was maybe checking some address or something.
yeah,
But as you have slowed down or stopped before,
you responded to it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is all good.
Mm.
It was good because neither you or me expected that the van will continue on the wrong side.
Yeah. Well, that was a bit of a shock to me.
Yes,
To be honest.
yes, I understand that. So yeah, it was very good driving, very good. Okay, all right. So now we end the mock test. We'll drive back to home.
Nathan had booked his driving test for the next day at Roseland. He was so impressed with this car that he hired it to take it to his driving test. So, how was his actual test? Did he pass? Let's find out.
Nathan, I passed my test first go. And I did this because I drove every single day for a lot, and yeah, and it paid off.
You happy?
Yeah, very happy.
Good.
Very happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nathan, you are an excellent driver. Driving safely has become a part of your driving habits. We hope and wish all the drivers on the road become safe drivers like you. We believe your success will encourage other learners to be safe and confident on the road and get them their license on the first go. If you'd like to create a mock test video tutorial for yourself in your own area, you can reach out to us via Facebook Messenger or Facebook page. If you like to book your driving lesson or mock test with Sharif, you can reach him directly by texting on 0413203523. More information can be found in the description box below. If you enjoyed the tutorial, subscribe to our RDT121 channel to get more amazing videos in the future. Please let us know what you would like to see more of. We wish you all the best and encourage you to stay safe on the road. And we'll catch up with you in our next video.